You're now welcome to listen to the voice of Agent G on the next episode of Bermuda You've Been Served.
We don't need no education. We don't need no thought control.
The topic of this evening, education. That was Pink Floyd right there. Basically on the topic of they don't need this education. We don't need no self-control. Leave these kids alone. Yeah, well, isn't that what we've been doing for the past, let's see, 10 years? What we got? Let's see, dissension, disruptions, fights. We're going to put them all in one place and things will be so much better. It's more disruptions, more violence. We'll change the ministry many, many times. And while we're working on academics, we've lessened art, we've lessened sports, and we've lessened all the things that made going to school great. We don't need competitions to make people feel that they're better than someone else, or we don't even have to worry about that school pride thing. What are we looking at? Well, we're looking at a sterile environment where they should just go sit there, suck in as much brain juice as possible to get those big time jobs. As we get ourselves programmed to get into the new environment of our education, to be programmed to be able to deal with the everyday stresses of being human. How's it working for us? I see a lot of people not get programmed the way they're supposed to be, and a lot of people left on the wayside. Simply put, not everybody goes for the program. We need an education strategy where we're supposed to be depending on the teachers to do the jobs and not the consultants. We spent millions and millions of dollars on consultants. And even if we do get the consultants, what do? We ignore them and do our own thing, which still doesn't work. Now, do we blame the government? Do we blame the teachers? Do we blame the school's way of thinking or education's way of thinking? It's a lot to noodle. But now we're looking at closing the schools. What happens if you close the schools? These schools that remain open get more students. And we still got the same issue going again. Less schools goes towards educating the higher group in the class, and this whole situation keeps on folding over and over and over. Mind you, I've been told to educate kids nowadays is so expensive. We've got the highest per capita of money being pumped in for education. But still, teachers have to pay to other students to get books at times. Where's the money going? As an observer of education and things that's happening on the island, and one of the main reasons why I started this podcast, that may be a question I would like answered. The people that know. The question is, are they telling you? Are we getting full reports on the education system and trying to figure out where all this money's going? It's probably going to teachers, it's going to the new technology, it's going to the consultants. Everybody wants a brand new idea on how to educate kids instead of asking the parents, the teachers, maybe even the students themselves have an idea. At one point in time, we used to say Bermuda's another world, and everybody is treated differently. But yet, you want to put Bermuda on the same standard as the rest of the world. That's like having a dog brought around a group of cats and try to teach a dog, train a dog the way you train a cat. It doesn't work that way. If we are different individuals, then we should be treated like Bermudians instead of treated like people from a foreign country. We have certain things that we need done, and we interact certain ways. Also, another thing is that if you go academic, a lot of boys are not going to catch on as fast as girls because we like action in our learning. We like to be interacted with and have fun. Girls, they more likely accept sitting down and writing in a notebook 15 times about the same subject. Man, that'll be tedious for me and boring. Give me a problem, some sticks, figure this out. I'm happy. I'm not a type of person that will sit down in class and just do copying on one piece of paper to another. I want problem solving. I want to be challenged. A lot of students like that. And then if the students don't pay attention in class or go by the way students, should behave, they must have a problem. So we're going to put them on medication so they can sit there and be quiet. It doesn't always work that way either. So sometimes it does depend on the individual to make things work within the education system. Instead of saying leave the kids alone, let's listen to the kids and see what they have to say. Also, another thing with the education system, it doesn't make any sense a lot of people going through years and years and years of going through the same thing over and over again, get the masters, the associates, whatever, to come back to this great island of ours until that you're overqualified. That's like shooting yourself in the foot. You educate yourself to be the best of the best, to be told that you can't be the best of the best because you're too much of the best to work in your own country. Now, that's the flip side of education. Either you want to do so good or you turn around and do so bad. So where's the benchmark? What is enough for our society? Not everybody could be the CEO, but not everybody wants to sweep the streets either. I'm going to let the public, whoever listens to this, ponder that. Remember, this is Bermuda, you've been served, and Bermuda, I'm talking to you, or whoever else is listening to this. I'm actually doing a test run, because one thing about us, mediocrely educated is that we like to experiment and do things on our own. So I hooked up my laptop in the car and just thought I'd do a recording. If it works out great. I've got another tool to work with. If it doesn't, back to the drawing board. It's life. Not everything works out the way you planned. And people always tell you, oh, well, try again, try next time, you will do better, keep trying. That's encouragement. Crumbs. We need to beef up our schools, beef up our PTAs, beef up our teachers. It doesn't make any sense spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on new technology when the teachers don't know how to use it. Or you're going to spend thousands of dollars to train them on new technology when all they needed was a book and a pen. We'll spend millions of dollars on new ideas and no way to implement them. And now you got computers in schools that don't even work because you don't have a technical team. That's like having a brand new race car, driving it down the road, the engine goes bad, and you can't do nothing with it because no one's got the parts. A lot of you bike owners already know this one. Boy, I've been riding my bike for a couple of weeks and all of a sudden it's got a leak and you can't fix it. Sorry, we don't have the parts right now. Check us again in about a month. You want your education system like that? I started a webpage called Bermuda Save Our Schools. Actually, not a webpage, a Facebook page. The goal is to get the PTAs to work together from all the different schools. And with them all working together, they form sort of a corporation or another union. Oh, no, we don't need another union or anything else. And other people telling us, no. It's not a workers' union. This is more of a parent union to basically work together to work for the education of young people. In other words, the corporation of this union would lobby the government as well as businesses that are in this country that could possibly help, and even the parents themselves, combine them together as a force to regulate the education system. I want you to think about that and ponder that, because if we've got a voice for every single thing that's on this rock, why don't we use it for education? It doesn't make any sense saying that you want to have no child left behind, but not every child's got a voice. And not every parent's got a voice. You want men to be men? You want women to be women? Let our kids be kids, get them the education, motivate them the way they want to be motivated, and let's get the job done. Bermuda, I'm leaving this idea to you. Let's see what you're going to do about it. I want you to go to our Facebook page, Bermuda You've Been Served, on Facebook. Leave a comment under this recording and see if any of you are willing to say something. Comment. Because a lot of you got kids in school, and a lot of them want to have that better job. You got distractions, you got bullies, you got this, that, and the other. Fine. Get that out in the open too. But let's just start getting something done. Because I can't sit back. I've got 2 kids in school. I had school closures around me in preschool. I don't want to happen in primary school. And I just want things to be better. And I'll be honest with you. I can't afford private schools. Now, I want you to take this to heart. Over 50% of your students on this island go to private schools. If you afford it, you do it, because people believe that's an investment in your future. So what does that mean about the people that can't afford it? We're just stuck with the same old, with the system that's basically buckled and can't keep its head straight. That's why we've got to get together and think about this and be serious about our education and work with the educators and work together as parents and work with the students. There's a lot of great ideas that I have, but it doesn't make any sense sharing it if no one's willing to listen. Or it doesn't make any sense sharing the ideas if it's just going to say, nah, and just completely ignore you. There's a lot of parents out there that are worried about their children. A lot of them can't afford any better. Give us a chance to have a voice, talk things out, so we could talk to our people in power, so we could talk to business, so we could talk to our kids, so we could talk to each other. And we could tell the teachers straight, we don't want you to leave our kids alone. We want you to work with our kids and give them a better future, to make things better for our island and for ourselves. This is Agent G signing out on another broadcast of Bermuda You've Been Served. If you take time to listen, thanks for listening. And I hope you'll be waiting for our next recording on Bermuda You're Being Served.
We don't need no education. We don't need no thought control.